though I know I haven't made an update for a while, but that is because I've been having some problems lately. Since my head injury, I am more prone to anxiety. They sometimes call it general anxiety disorder, and it's not really related to hair, but basically it's like the fight or flight reaction turns on. It feels like there's like a tiger sitting in the room with you, but that is not happening. But still, your heart's racing and you feel like you're trapped. So, for whatever reason, I've been going through that for the past month, and I don't know. I talked to family and friends, and I seem to be getting through it now. And I've been taking this GABA that somebody told me about, and that has been helpful. One thing, I mentioned this spot that's been missing in the middle, and I thought it might be alopecia areata, but now I think it actually might be related to the stress and anxiety, and that's been happening for like over a year, but it's been like normal stress, I guess. But it definitely reached a point where I couldn't sleep and I don't know, having trouble functioning. But that's why I haven't been updating. But I am feeling better now. Just back to normal life, normal stress, normal good times. So anyway, let's take a quick look at my hair. Here is my right side. Let's see from the front there. Here is the left side. I don't think too much of this back is coming in yet. Hopefully it does. I did get that transplanted. I don't think too much is coming in. Kind of try to go to the top there. So this area in this front, one area I'd still like to get is another 1,000 if possible, is this kind of front, I don't know what you call it, third of my head. Just like to thicken that up. But on the other hand, I think it's looking pretty good. Like a lot of times I'll see myself in photos now and I'm like, hey, it looks like I have hair. I think anyone who's been losing their hair knows that feeling where you see yourself in a photo and you're like, who's that bald guy? Oh, that bald guy is me. So I don't have that happen as much anymore. So I've definitely passed some type of threshold. There's maybe a little more to go, but looking pretty good. Yeah, so there's here. Go over again. I'm still here in Bangkok. One of the stressors in my life is I've mentioned this in other videos, just trying to find a place to live. And it's like right when I'm ready to buy, it seems getting priced out with inflation. It's like the carrot and a stick. You're reaching for it, you almost got it, and then it slips from your grasp. So that's a frustrating thing, possibly making me. So yeah, this spot in the middle of my head, I think some of it has come back, not all of it, but I don't know. I haven't really honestly been thinking about my hair all that much lately, given the other things going on in my life. But yeah, so that's okay. And I still might get SMP at some point. But yeah, otherwise I'm just pretty happy with it. It's pretty amazing how far I've come. It was a little longer before. It still didn't look great, but it's looking better every time I grow it. It looks a little more normal. One thing people have been asking me about is exosomes. And so what I think some of this is definitely from exosomes, but my overall texture of my hair, the caliber of it and how it looks, it just seems improved. Like when I was at Dr. McGrath's, it was really wiry and stringy, and I would use the word mangy. It looked like mangy. But now, for the most part, it lays down flat, and some of that is natural. When through a hair transplant, the hair will mature. But it came from this wiry, scarecrow, mangy look to normal hair, and I think that is more than just a natural cycle of hair coming in through hair transplants. I think the exosomes helped restore it to its health. So that's beneficial. My wife is not here right now, but her hair, I think, is looking better and better. That could be from factors beyond exosomes, but she also had them and seems to be looking better also. So yeah, so I guess this will be kind of an introduction. I did record some other clips, so I'll throw them in after this, and I'll see you next time. Today is February 12th, 2022. It is a few days after my recent hair transplant, just a few days ago. So I don't usually shave my head, so this is a good opportunity to kind of look at a couple things about my head. So one is just my donor area is like super moth eaten. So here is my right side. You can see that. I'm trying to get close here and take some photos. So, hold on one second. There we go. All right. Yeah. So here's the back, and of course you can see the grafts. And I gotta say, she did a good job. You know, the incision sites are small, and the placement looks good as well. It's not like these big, huge blobs. Yeah. So there's just definitely a need for SMP in my donor area. One other thing I want to show you is, so I also did have strip surgery, which was a total failure for me. So the strip scar is here, and it's like all right, but my last one, you see how the scar is like wide there? Yeah, that last surgeon, I should have never had that last surgery. I had 2 strip surgeries, and that second one, it was just like a disaster. The guy did not know what he was doing. He left a huge wide scar, which to this day is painful. So that really sucks. So I've had some success. Let me get some better light here. So I've had, some success with hair transplantation, but I also offer a cautionary tale of just, things can go wrong for sure. I don't know what's going on with this circle in the top. Hopefully that fills in. Yeah, it's Bangkok. It's quite hot. No shirt. Since my shirt is off, here is I don't have a lot. I used to have like a ton of chest hair. There's a little bit of abdomen hair, but I think I could probably get 500, about that much, and I think that would be ideal for this front area. Let's take a look at my leg hair. So, particularly thick around this knee area. Yeah, so I actually would like to use that for this area in the back I was showing in my previous video. But if for whatever reason that's not possible, I could also use beard hair one last time. So I'd like 500 more in the front, 1,000 in the back. That would be nice if I can do that. Yeah, so this is a little post-op video, and as the month goes on, I'll add some more clips. Talk to you soon. One reason I've been able to take additional head donor hair, even though my donor area is extremely moth-eaten, is most of the hair was taken from the traditional donor area. And that's the exact area where you usually see a strip scar. It's right in along this middle band here. That's where the hair tends to be the most robust. However, all my prior surgeries, they never took from this top region. And due to that and genetics, this area has always been super thick. So even though some areas are extremely moth-eaten and over-harvested, I did have a last resort of donor hair in this top area. If I really wanted to push my luck, I could still take some behind my ear, and there's a little bit here, but really starting to pick at the bones at that point. So at this stage, I would prefer to take the chest, leg hair, pretty much anything other than head donor hair, because it's really getting to be the time where I need to get some SMP there to have it look natural. And that is the one good thing is SMP tends to look very good in the donor area. That is a lot easier than getting it to look natural on the scalp when there's no hair. It is February 22nd, 2022. I'm at the Dusit Thani Hotel in Pattaya, Thailand, which is about 2 hours south of Bangkok. My wife Noi is here with me, but she's enjoying the fitness facilities right now. Trying to get the best lighting here. So this town used to be a big party town, and there's still a party element to it, but since COVID and lockdowns and not getting as many tourists, it's changed and kind of gone from girls dancing on tabletops and people walking in the streets eating food and drinking to, I guess, just a more relaxed vibe, and I like it quite a bit now. I would even consider living here. Anyway, so about 2 weeks ago I got my hair transplant in this middle area in the back. I think most of it probably shed. Let's just take a quick look without further ado. So here is my right side. Here is the back here. And I don't know if all this hair has fallen out or not yet, but so I'm not really going to judge that at all right now. Okay, let's take a look at the left side. Gotta go over the top here. So at this point, I have hair everywhere, but it's quite diffuse. And I'm not sure. I would probably need a few more surgeries, which I may get at some time to make it a little more even. But I'm starting to get tired of surgery, at least for now. So I'm thinking more and more, maybe I should just do SMP, because I just want it to look all even. And I think I have enough hair now with a good SMP artist. I think it might look the same as if I got another 5,000 grafts or something. So it might be better just to get SMP. Even if I get SMP, I'm going to need to wait maybe 3 or 4 or more months for everything to heal, and I don't want to damage the new hair. This hair that Dr. McGrath transplanted in the front, I think that's really looking much better. It's a little bit weak here, but still a big improvement. It doesn't look weird at all anymore, and I'm not uncomfortable taking off my hat, so I'm glad that has worked out really well. Hopefully this middle area will fill up, but I can just get SMP or something like that. So I guess I'm gonna take a walk around in just a little bit. Talk to you soon. Yeah, there's a nice view here in the lobby. Nice open bay window. And here is Noi and her hair. It seems like I have a little more body. It's not like she has a lot more hair, but the hair she has is shedding less and looks more healthy. How are you feeling about your hair?
I feel good.
Yeah, looking
I'm
good.
happy.
Yeah, so some improvement. Full look here. Another view out there. That's all, folks. Beautiful morning sunrise from my condo. I was talking earlier about some frustration with the housing market, and I've actually considered buying this condo. The only issue with it is quite small. The location is awesome. They say location, location, location. So I wanted to talk just a little more about this anxiety, and it's hard to explain if you haven't been through it, but it feels like you've taken a drug. Like, I've done a couple psychedelic drugs, and if you've done LSD or shrooms or anything like that, it's definitely a very immersive experience. It's not like you're watching some movie about it. You're in it. It's a metaverse, I guess. And yeah, this anxiety, it's all encompassing. It has this feeling of being claustrophobic. This condo is quite small, but usually I don't care about it. But when I'm in this mode of anxiety, it feels like the walls are closing in, and I want to run, but there's nothing to run from. And then it's also my vision, it feels darker. Like a curtain has been pulled over me. It's really quite terrible. I watched a couple interviews, and just other people have described it the same way. So I think, anybody can have stress and anxiety, but there's a certain neurochemical reaction that happens to certain people. And again, I've had brain damage, so I am more susceptible to that. But this neurochemical thing happens, and it's just everything is times 10, and it's like you're feeling anxious, but you don't have a reason to, and the mind will search for reasons. It'll just make things up, like, oh, your wife is going to leave you, you're going to go broke, you're going to die, you're going to get sick. And it's like this little voice. Yeah, so seem to be overcoming that now, and I have actually felt kind of bored lately, but I will take boredom any day over the just all day anxiety. So hopefully the worst of that is over, and I can get back to worrying about my hair instead of random phobias. So hopefully I'll have some more updates soon. And again, thanks for watching, and that's it for now.